to feel like we didn't consider them in the recording. So right away, what I want to start out with is we have a few people that are going to share tonight. This has been an incredible month. February is a month where we're about 3 days short of any other month. So how many of you felt like a little bit of that crunch? Like, hey, 3 days kind of mattered. I felt it. I wish I had the 3 extra days. I know I did. But it is a great month because this is when the sun starts showing up and people start thinking about summer and they start thinking about, oh, I'm not where I want to be. I've been kind of kicking back. And so this is where the tide turns a little bit. And we have more people that are in pre-contemplation. So pre-contemplation is a stage in which many of your followers are in right now. They're like, I don't know, when I'm ready, I'm going to call Allie, or I keep seeing this stuff from Yolanda and I'm kind of stewing on it. But if she just keeps on with that consistency, I'm probably going to have to break down and call her. So that's where your audience lives right now. And that's very exciting. So with that, I want to hear from some folks that have been really going after it, having fun in their business. They've hit some new ranks. The rank just represents the action and the fact that they're helping people. And then we've got a raffle to do. We've got Health and Hope Night to unpack together and some other things, some month-end tips. So I'm going to start out with our newest manager, and that is Yolanda White. Where is she? There she is. You guys, I'm not her direct mentor. I just get to watch Michelle Offerman and Dobby and Yolanda in their business thread. And you know what it does? It reminds me what we really do. And I'm like, this is cool. These women are helping each other. They are serving each other. They're not competing with each other. They're not catty. They're not anything that the world has to offer. And it's really cool to see that sisterhood. And Yolanda's just been a blessing, a breath of fresh air. And she just hit manager. So let's put some 2s in the chat for her. She just hit manager. What does that mean? If you're brand new, I want to consider you too. That means that she's helping roughly 10 clients and growing, right? And that she's learning to manage structure. She's learning how to have a brand and a consistent message. She's learning client support. So she's juggling things and she's doing a phenomenal job because she's leading with her heart. So Yolanda, who's on Dobby Medeski's team, why don't you share with us just a little bit of what's going on? There is no prep here. You just talk from your heart, okay? And time-wise, roughly about 4 or 5 minutes. So we have everyone get a chance.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Yolanda. And let's see. I became a coach early November, I think. Right, Dobby? I can't even remember what I mean. And I was just so excited because I saw the results that I was learning, the habits I was learning from Optavia. And Dobby was a great coach for me to lead me the way because it took me a year to reach back out to her. And when I finally decided, I had kind of had it with a lot of stuff. So I figured I had to do something. So she was very patient. And I say that because that's what's helped me to be a coach for my clients that I have. And the patience, the willingness to be present and, lead me, guide me. So the habits I learned are what's probably most important. She made sure that I stuck to the system. She said, trust the system, trust the system. And with that meant, I kept up with my books. I kept up with my reading. I kept up with my guide and questions I had. And I probably bugged her every single day, but I wanted to be a good client. I put the investment in it and the time, and I wanted to help myself. I really wanted to improve myself. And so I have learned to, work on unbecoming what I was. And that's where I do see the growth in myself with my clients. And I love it because I'm still a client. I still have 3 pounds to lose to reach my optimal. So I'm still working at it. And but the sharing and caring is what I go with. And I worked with I did the boot camp, and I, signed up as all in, and I did the power hours, as many as I could get to. And I kept up with, I call it the homework. It really wasn't homework, but it was, my work day. And I kept the structure. I tried to plan my day, my calendar, and really worked hard at that. And then all of a sudden in my hundreds list, was I'll show you my very first one. I used the coaching guide. And so I filled everything out because they said to, so I did it. And that's what I started with. And then I ran out of space. So then I got a piece of paper and then added my list. And then through boot camp, when we had the hundreds list Excel sheet, I printed that and started filling that out. Then that led me to understanding my MAP, the monthly action plan. I now know what that means. And I was so confused, but I just kept listening and kept following all of you guys. And I wish I could name everybody by name, but being present and listening to each of you, I see your faces. And yes, I listened to you, and I listened to you, and I listened to you, and I listened to you. And I kept notes in a journal. I dated it, and I kept notes, and I highlighted it, and I'd go back. And it was helpful because if clients had a question or had concerns, either I lived it, or I was able to, have reference or find the answer or get help for them. And I think they appreciate that because I wasn't coming in as, Miss Know-It-All or try to know it all. And so that was really helpful. And there's one special client that's in my mind, and she's not really a client yet, but this kind of helped me to not get sad or get disappointed in the no's or the not yets. And that's what I liked about the hundreds list, is I could just move them over. It doesn't necessarily mean a direct no, but I do have a client that will be a client one day, a true client. Her husband had passed the day before she was going to sign as a client. And she really wanted him to get healthy. And he died of the widowmaker, a massive heart attack. And that blew me away, because we could all be that. I was obese. I was listed as obese on the BMI chart. So, spending that time with her and her family and listening to that really helped me look at my clients and future clients and just people in general as, wanting to serve them and care for them. And so I understand that better now from what I've learned from all of you. And so I'm still learning. Still learning.
Thank you so much. There's so much that you said, but the main thing is trust the process, right? We talked about it on a leadership call today about what happens when we change the recipe. Is we don't end up with those Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. Like we leave something out and they're just funky. So, and it's normal. You're going to try to leave stuff out, and you're going to try to do your own thing. And your mentors are going to lovingly try to exhort that and help you get back on track. So Yolanda, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. I know it's just the beginning. I know that you are going to show up and help others to be seen because of your heart. And then that with the structure, you will be unstoppable and be able to create whatever you need to for your family. So it's going to be beautiful. All right. Next, we are going to hear from Sheila Calvo, who is one of Tim and I's clients. I met her through a referral, and it's just been my pleasure to get to know this little superstar. She is incredible. I'm gonna let her talk about her journey, what she's been able to attain. She's also HIT manager, and she's just a pleasure to work with. So Sheila, hopefully you have good connection. Are you there? Can you hear me? There we go.
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi, I'm not good at speaking publicly, but I started in November, and I think I became a coach the same month. Can you hear me okay? Okay. I can't how Yolanda just spoke, but I'll do my best. That was pretty amazing. There's a lot of people on my list too, and I need to do that boot camp because I kind of I think I know what she's talking about, but I haven't done it. So there's a lot of things that I find myself very busy, and we all are, but there's a lot of things that I can tell that Yolanda worked really hard, and I could do better, but it's been amazing. It's changed my marriage. It's changed how I am, a mother. And I've reached out to lots of friends that I knew, that would do good and that it would help. And Juana, for instance, like I wanted her on the program so bad because I know she's just suffers so bad with so many things, including depression. And I know that will all help. And just seeing her like get better is like the best thing ever. So, but I don't really know what else to say. What else did you want me to say?
You're good. Can you tell us a little bit about your transformation? This girl was already healthy, but she was going for ultra health, you guys. And that's fun. That's a really fun thing to coach too. And I love that our program meets people there. Can you tell us just a little bit about your journey and your physical transformation too?
Yeah, for sure. I got on program not to lose weight. Like I didn't even realize I was overweight. I knew I was perfect when I looked in the mirror. I had those love handles, and so I lost like 22 pounds of body fat in less than 2 months. And now I really focus on bodybuilding. Really kind of obsessed with that. And this program I don't think it would have found that door for me, because that's really what makes me happy. Because just watching myself transform was like, wow, I didn't even know I could look like that. So it happened pretty quick. I do work out, just 3 times a week. But I mean, that was the best thing. Learning how to eat right was like so important to me. Like I would literally cry like every day because I didn't know. I ate good, but I didn't know like what I should eat. Like now I know I should be eating this much protein. I should be eating, this many servings of vegetables. And so it's been awesome for the whole family because I cook all the time, and happy mom, happy house. So it's just it's been the best thing ever. So that's why I'm just loving what I'm doing and loving helping others.
Awesome. Well, Sheila's going to put her on your one to watch list because this girl is all in. She's all in with anything she does. And also she's fun to watch on social media. If you guys need ideas on how to engage people, she's got that down. So I'm excited and coachable, open, curious. Give me the feedback. Don't hold back. What do I need to be doing differently? Guys, it's all of that, and it's just beautiful. So keep her on your future ED list, because she's just doing the do, and she's doing it from her heart. So thank you, friends, so much for.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. So now we are also. I want to briefly. Let's see if I can see him on here. Eric, there he goes. Eric do you guys see Eric? Give him a hey. He also is hit associate director now for 2 months, I think, and he's helped his brand new coach, Brian, to reach manager. And, Eric is full-time in ministry. And so he balances a lot, and also is really helping to see this program as a way to help disciple others and just do more of that. And it's just been amazing. I just want to give you a shout out. I didn't ask you to formally talk tonight, so I won't put you on the spot. But if you want to share, you could just click that unmute button for sure. But yeah, are you able? Are you cool? I think it's trying to. Oh, you're frozen.
Did I come on?
Yeah, awesome.
All right. Yeah. We're having a lot of fun. My wife and I joined, I don't know, a little over a year ago, started coaching immediately. Saw great results and just wanted to coach, just really mentor people more so than anything else. And one of the first people I thought of was a guy that I've been mentoring for 25 years from when I worked in high school ministry, and just knew he was way overweight, knew he was trying so many different things but not working, and just really tried to pray it through on how we could get him involved. And finally he jumped on, and in 3 months he's lost 85 pounds. He no longer has to be on gout medicine, no longer has to have high blood pressure medicine. His wife started joining in, and so now they're doing it together, and it's just changed their marriage. And so those are the things that really just keep me going, and just getting to see just the change just in people's lives. And so it's a weird balance in the sense with full-time ministry and not trying to seem like I'm trying to sell a program versus just trying to love people and watch them change. But there is a balance there, because if your heart's right, you're really just looking to change people. And so we love the community, love to just come on and learn and see how we can apply it to just get to be involved in people's lives. And recently my niece ended up joining up, and so she got involved, and that got my brother involved. And so now he's losing weight. And so it's just really starting to build different bridges, even close to home. And so if you got people on mind, just keep praying for them. They'll come around, they'll see the change in you, just be the example. And so we're just blessed to be a part of all your guys' lives as well.
Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate you doing that on the fly. I'm not sure with your ministry schedule. I know it's always iffy, so it's great to see your face tonight. And please give Brian our best. I know he's probably serving and doing all of that as well. And we're super happy to have him in this community. He is truly a passionate, amazing person. What I'm hoping, and we're not done, we got a few more shares. I'm hoping that we take this, exactly this, that we could bottle this up, everything you guys are hearing, and take it into March, because this is the truth of what we do. This is the absolute truth. And I don't even know what I did to deserve such favor to be in all of your midst. Like I look at the squares and it's just like insane. The quality of people that are on this team blows my mind. And it is a true privilege to be with all of you guys. It is a true overwhelming privilege most days for me. So let's continue. I am going to ask Patrick, Pastor P, tonight to share a little bit. You guys, Sherry and Patrick continually bring the passion. I was telling them a story today. I was sitting at Starbucks doing some work, and there was an interview going on to my right. And this lady was interviewing this young man, and she's like, okay, well, at Starbucks, we bring the energy. Do you have energy? We bring passion. Do you have passion? This is a high energy environment. We want people to feel seen and heard and engaged with. We don't just serve coffee. I mean, she was going at it just like, the main thing I need to know is, do you have energy and passion? And this kid looked like, oh my gosh, and I'm thinking, that's truly what the Nalties have brought since day one. And I don't think I've ever seen it waver. I really don't. I don't think I've seen them wah, wah, right? They're like turned up all the time in their passion. And you know what? Their business is reflecting that. Guys, they grew 128% in terms of month, and that goes across the Bomba organization. They are sticking out because their passion is translating to helping lives. So Patrick, can you share with us tonight a little bit of like what you think is working, and how can we play follow the leader in that capacity?
Hi, Rachel. Thank you. Turn up. No. No, thank you so much. Rachel and Tim are our coaches. We're here today because of them. Just to share a little bit about what we've experienced coming aboard Optavia. First of all, we're motivated by helping others. I think, that's what Eric was talking about. Just seeing people's lives transform, seeing them have breakthroughs. We've had breakthroughs in our lives. The goal for me was to come home early. In November, I retired for the second time. That was a goal that we had, which was not only financial freedom, but time freedom. And so those are some of the motivations for us. But what keeps us going, though, is, there was a chatter in my head when I started this thing. about why I have to keep getting on all these trainings. You know, I'm like, did we just say that before? Why am I hearing this again? And then it clicked. Duplicity means it was important. I needed to hear those things over and over and over again. We needed to hear those things over until it became a part of us. And then we'll be able to teach that levels down. And we push through the difficult times. It's not easy, but we push through those times, right? We do it when we don't feel like doing it. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, there are days that, you know, my wife and I are going, what's going on here? If you guys coach with husband and wives, it's I don't feel like doing it today. Why? I know we have this coming up. But you know what? Well, we press through this because we have a goal. We have you know, we want to leave a legacy for our children. That's one of the things that Dr. A said that I could do. I grabbed a hold to that and I said, we want to leave a legacy for our grandchildren. So we push through it. We are consistent. We show up to training when we don't feel like doing it. It's early in the morning. We're going to be there. And what we've done is really start focusing on certain things. And one of the big things in the last couple of months was us focusing on asking for referrals. Referrals. All of our clients that came on in February from referrals, I think we had like 7, and one of them, our 8, or Optavia didn't give them to us, but that's okay. But we had like 7 clients that we had in February, and they were all from referrals. We start going back and just talking to people, just being consistent. And then again, just following the system. The system works. We're not reinventing the wheel. Even in the times that we don't really see the results, we're still planting seed because we know the rain is going to come and we know it's going to get fertilized and we know it's going to spring forth life, and we just keep doing that. So that's what my wife and I do. We listen to our mentors. We, you know, sometimes they may think we don't listen to them, but we do listen to them. You know, we listen to them. I take notes. When they're doing their 2 weeks. This book right here is literally, I've written, you know, every 2-week training that we follow up that we do, it's in here. Whether Rachel did it or Tim did it, I try to get it verbatimly. Study those things. Look at what they're doing, growing individually, personally, and then so our business would grow. And then what we want to do is just transform that into our teams, and that's for us would be, you know, exceptional. So thank you for allowing me to share or drop some nuggets this evening.
That was awesome. Love it. Be so intentional about referrals. The other thing you said is money. When your mentor is seeing it, remember our model for training, see it, do it, teach it. And I realize sometimes you guys are in this space where you're going to see it, but a lot of times we don't see any note taking. You can record us. I had a coach today say, hold on, I'm about to record you. You know, that is retention. And that is saying, I know that I am not, coaches are not there to do it for you. We're there to show you the way. Okay, so showing up that way is huge, guys. That's awesome. All right, lastly, and then I got a couple announcements in our drawing, so I'll try to pick it up. Miss Allie, who loved Allison on the book challenge this week. Let's give her love. That was her first one. And you know what happened is she did it and she was like, when can I do it again? So that was so cool. And that's what happened. So tonight, I want to say, she's doing a number of things, right, guys? She's in action. She's on the trainings. But what I love is the commitment that she has made to personal development. Like, she is all in becoming the best version of herself. And we are all getting to benefit from it. So Allie, share with us just a little bit of what's going on. Tonight's all about success leaves clues. So can we hear from you?
Hello. So the biggest thing I'll share is, so it kind of started during the Go ED boot camp. And just for some of you that don't know my background real quick. So my wife actually did program first, became a coach, coached for a while. I was like, what call is she on? Why is she on a call again? What is that book she's reading? And she was constantly trying to drag me in, and I was right there. I didn't think I needed to get healthy. Fast forward, same as Sheila, you know, I lost 20 pounds. I didn't expect. Number of non-scale stuff, and it blew my mind. I still didn't want to coach, but my wife's active duty military still, and her new job is super busy. So it was like, here you go. Here's the ED business. Here's 26, 27, whatever clients. Here you go. And it was like, ugh. So I maintained and I was happy about that, but I struggled, and I communicated that to my coaches. You know, you hear about the lists, right? It's always about the lists. Well, I never made a list. I thought I could just search people and find people and start conversations, and I was failing. And I managed to keep us at ED, but I really picked up at the Go ED boot camp and still didn't make a list. And then Rachel did this challenge last Monday, and I thought, dang it, I gotta make a list. So I had a post that I had thrown up that got a ton of attention. Of course, it was non-health related, because none of my health related posts get any attention, it seems like. So I stopped, and last time I looked at it, it was like 150 people had viewed it. So I sat down and I just started writing names, and of course, omitting clients and other coaches, whatever. And now I got this list, and it was like the first day, boom, 15 conversations. It was so easy to just get a name, go search, find something, to like and comment, and then connect. And it was just like, boom, 15 conversations. I'm like, dang, that was only 30 minutes. I'm awesome. And then the next day, it was like 21 conversations. And then the next day, and I was getting in this rhythm, which, by the way, speaking of rhythm, the trainings, like Patrick said, if you can get on them, do it. I missed the win the day calls. I missed the power hours that we were having 3 times. Like, that structure is so key. And why it took me a year to realize that, I do not know. But I see now in February what I wasn't doing in October, November, December. Like, I was struggling in those months. I was feeling burnt out with my client support and that type of stuff. So now I feel like I really was strong these last few weeks, and I'm hoping, obviously, I'll continue that into March. And my referral game, I need to get on top of it. But just some of these mindset shifts that I've had about the list. I mean, it's like the word of the month for me right now. And so I got more. It's up to like 220, I think now. So I'm just working that, and it makes it easy. And I'm trying to do it every morning at the exact same time. And then any other areas where I can do it, I do it. And it's just changed something. So I realize it can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. So that's all.
So awesome. Thank you so much. And yes, we will get our updated schedule for book club and get some more volunteers. We do have Marches all mapped out. We're working on April. So a little plug, if you want to teach book club in April, just let me know. I know Allie's in for another one, which is really great. So yeah, the hundreds challenge, we asked everyone to put a new hundreds list in their business thread, to update it. Let's not work off that old list from 1883, but let's refresh that sucker and go after it very intentionally with conversations. 15 conversations a day since last week. Put 5 in your business thread just for that loving accountability. And many of you did. And I've got your names in this little cup that says adventure. And that's my word for 2022, adventure, fun, play. And many of you that your businesses are thriving, it's because you're having fun, you're seeking adventure, and you're playing. And you're playing to win by doing the actions too. So $250, right? Tim and I are so blessed, and we wanted to give some of our blessings back to those that did this. And so I am going to scramble these little guys up. I double checked right before we did the call. So I wish I need like someone else though. I don't like picking. I don't like being the one to pick. Darn it, I should have gotten an assistant. Okay, so here's the name. Hopefully it's just one. It's Michelle Offerman. Michelle Offerman won 250 bones. I will say she was the first one that like had it done, and I was just hyper impressed at her structure. But to those of you that didn't win the 250, you're gonna win your 250. I promise you. You're gonna win 250 on 250 on 250 if you just keep keeping up with that process. So congratulations, Michelle. We'll get you that Amex card or whatever. And it is our blessing to acknowledge that and have fun with you guys on some of these new things that are hard, like making them fun. So one quick thing, the Health and Hope event for local coaches that are well, this is at Justin's house in Fontana, California. And he had to move it because his whole family kind of got wiped out with the flu. And so it has been moved to March. Oh gosh, you know what? And my thing just blacked out. Darn it. So anyway, I'll put it in organic. I think it's the Saturday, March 13th at the same time that we were doing the last one. But what I wanted to say is, guys, it's time to start doing health and hope events at our homes and getting together with people. Part of what's happening on social media is there's so many programs out there that people are getting confused. So this is what I kind of want to end with for tonight. Let's connect with people in face to face. Let's think of ways to do that and have the trilogy. And the health and hope events are very easy. You have someone share healthy body, someone shares healthy mind, and someone shares healthy finances. You serve lean and greens. You have the coaches come in your area. Everybody brings a lean and green. Everyone chips in a little bit of money for the water bottles, $10, whatever. And you invite clients and potential coaches. And it is great. You set a time limit on it. There's other things you can do, like lean and green exchanges. Get your community involved, because there is no competition with those relationships. That doesn't mean stop doing social media. We're teaching you how to do that. But I really want to get behind these physical events like the hikes and the coffees and the health and hope events, because believe me when I say that is how communities are born. Healthy communities are born like that. And we cannot just rely on social media. So I want to challenge each one of you as the CEO of your business and on mission. How are you going to build some community? You and you alone, right? And then if you want to piggyback with other people, that's great. But when you start getting in that mind space of like, I'm going to get some people together, and whether it's 5 or 6 people over coffee, it doesn't matter. Let's start to get out there and really brand ourselves, because at the end of the day, you guys are the difference. Crystal, Ayala, you are the difference. They don't know when they see grid photos, our audience is like, well, what program is this? But when they hear us do a go live and say, my program is what every other program has left out. Like every other program has left out mindset, habit reform, community, and really talk about what sets us apart and have that be you and your story. That's what's going to help you to shine in a market where there is more competition and people are being buried with programs and grid photos, and there's nothing relational about that. So I really wanted to give you guys that for March, is brand yourself and connect, brave that connection with people. And let's start doing some of those health and hope events. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're going to accept the challenge of community, because that's going to be our next drawing. And say, you know what, I'm going to put some community together. So we're going to start wrapping programs around what's important and giving away money and having fun, because once you see what it does for your business, you won't need a carrot. You will not need a carrot when you start seeing some of these things bear fruit. Lastly, this Sunday, the 6th, we are having the new coach orientation. Every single one of us should be on, because you're going to train a coach or you are a new coach. And I guarantee you there's going to be something for you on that call. We made it Sunday night so that our coaches that work and they're just adjusting to all the schedules, that they have time. So we would love a big presence on that call. We feel like we need to help our new coaches launch better than we currently do. And the leaders are taking that seriously. We want to make sure that all of you feel equipped and not left behind on anything, soft skills, hard skills. We want you to feel like you were invested in by your mentor team and that you were given a fair shot at becoming successful. Okay, so these trainings are for you. They're for you. So anyway, that's all I have tonight, you guys. Congratulations on just living the mission. And February was an incredible month. March will be even better, because you guys are in action and you're in structure and you're showing up for yourselves. So go love your teams. There's a couple hours left. If you are like $1 away from senior coach, you make some phone calls, take this passion and go call someone and follow up with them and go, look, you're on my heart. I've got a small scholarship. I'm going to be working another hour. Why don't we make today the day that you start healing? I've got your health assessment right in front of me, and I would love to get you started on your program and have you close to where you want to be by summer. Believe me, calling people at 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night and saying, I specifically called you with this offer to get started, what's the worst thing that can happen? Give it a shot. All right, take care, guys, and we'll see you soon.